Episcopal Church ends refugee program over white Afrikaner resettlement. A major rupture has emerged in the U.S. refugee resettlement landscape. The Episcopal Church has officially ended its 4-decade partnership with the federal government, refusing to participate in a controversial initiative to resettle white Afrikaners from South Africa. Church leaders say the decision is driven by deep moral and historical concerns. Hi, I'm Sal Peer. This is Vlog ND News. Just weeks after the Biden-era refugee freeze was lifted exclusively for white Afrikaners under a February executive order, President Donald Trump, the Episcopal Church issued a strong rebuke. The church says it cannot, in good conscience, support what it views as a racially charged and politically motivated move. In a letter to church members, Presiding Bishop Sean W. Rowe said the U.S. government informed Episcopal Migration Ministries that, as part of its federal grant, it was expected to resettle Afrikaners who had been labeled refugees due to alleged racial discrimination in South Africa. Rowe responded, saying the request crossed a moral line and conflicted with the church's long-standing commitment to racial justice and its deep ties to the Anglican Church of Southern Africa, which includes the legacy of anti-apartheid icon Archbishop Desmond Tutu. The Episcopal Church has a long history of opposing apartheid, including divesting from companies operating in South Africa as early as the 1960s. That legacy, Rowe said, directly informs their decision today. Shout out to our dear subscribers. To our non-subscribing friends, your support is as valuable. If you can take a second to hit the subscribe button, that will be fantastic. Yes, the Episcopal Church refuses. The decision comes as U.S. flights carrying Afrikaner families began landing at Washington Dulles International Airport, marking the start of a resettlement process that has raised international eyebrows. South Africa's government, along with a coalition of white Christian leaders including an Anglican priest, have publicly denounced claims of racial victimization against white citizens. They argue that recent U.S. policies distort the reality on the ground and inflame racial tensions. The Trump administration's selective refugee admission policy has also drawn criticism from other resettlement agencies. Rick Santos, head of Church World Service, called it deeply concerning that the U.S. fast-tracked Afrikaner entries while resisting court orders to admit other vulnerable refugee populations, including persecuted Christians and political dissidents. Meanwhile, Episcopal Migration Ministries has begun the process of phasing out its federal programs, pledging to fully exit by the end of the fiscal year in September. While they will continue offering non-federally funded support to resettled refugees, the decision signals a broader reckoning within faith-based humanitarian circles. World Relief, another Christian resettlement group, has said it will assist a limited number of incoming Afrikaners but echoed concern over the lack of a comprehensive resettlement strategy. They urge the administration to restore refugee pathways for all persecuted groups, not just politically favored ones. As this humanitarian and ethical debate intensifies, the future of refugee resettlement in the U.S. and the role of religious institutions within it hangs in the balance. We'll continue to follow this developing story. But beyond the assistance offered by the government, the questions to white Afrikaners are as follow. Did you Afrikaners plan for the new reality in the U.S.? Are you a farmer? Did you plan on having a farm to develop or a job somewhere? Did you plan on having reliable transportation? How about adapting to a new culture? How often you plan to visit home? Welcome and good luck. I'm Sal Peer. This is Vlog News, where global truth meets documentary depth. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share our videos. We appreciate your support so much.